This chapter was really good and I have thoughts. Before I get into it though, I want to quickly address the future of Ruri Dragon on this channel. So right away, Ruri Dragon is not going anywhere. I'm really enjoying this series and finding things to say about it, even if the views are not there. But Ruri Dragon as it currently stands is not reaching a comparable audience to my other videos. I'm not sure what the exact reason for this is. I could make guesses based on the data I have available to me, but correlation and causation are not equal concepts. So what I may start doing if this video performs similar to my other Ruri Dragon reviews is to perform a small experiment of how watching on mute and loop affects view count and other data. I don't expect to make a habit of doing this. I don't even know whether it's considered a good idea or not, but it's just something I was thinking of and wanted to be transparent about. Anyway, this was another really good chapter of Ruri Dragon titled Walk on Eggshells, and I think this was a really good title given what happens in this one, so I mostly used it as my video subtitle with only a slight change in tense. So the chapter begins with Ruri's teacher coming back from the situation that was unfolding last chapter and going to sit and talk with Ruri's mother. He informs her of what happened and starts to talk about how they should set some ground rules for Ruri's use of her powers. The teacher admits that prior to the situation with Ruri, he had never been particularly interested in teaching. I will say it is odd that he has such an interest in looking out for Ruri, and I wonder if there's more to the story there than what we already know. We learn the nature of Ruri's admonishment, that if she starts using her powers without permission again, she will be suspended. We get a short back and forth on whether or not this makes sense, with one person saying she should be able to freely use her powers since they are hers to use, but Ruri herself takes the position of following the same rules as everyone else when it comes to responsible use of fire. As Ruri gets back to her sports festival duties, some of the guys are talking about the rumors surrounding Ruri. The festival continues, and Ruri is encouraged to talk about how she feels being a dragon, where everyone pays attention to her and tries to understand her, and is nice to her, all to be respectful of what she's going through, instead of attitudes that are more honest. Kashiro shows up, being one example of the kind of person Ruri is talking about, leading the latter to outright confront the former on this matter. Kashiro admits she is nice to Ruri because she is a dragon and is concerned about her. Ruri doesn't want someone to worry about her over this or be treated differently because of who she is, so she asks if Kashiro only hangs out with her because she is a dragon. And when Kashiro again openly admits that she does, it prompts Ruri to bluntly state that she doesn't like people who walk on eggshells around her. As a result, Kashiro walks off, confused by Ruri's demeanor, but not hurt by her outlook. Ruri's mother and teacher are talking amongst each other still, when the former sees Ruri running away from the crowd, seemingly on fire, and this is where the chapter ends. So, a really good chapter of Ruri Dragon this week, where the human elements of this story are on full display. The series' running theme of how those who stand out are treated differently continues to be an important point for character development and interaction. Another thing to note is that a good portion of this chapter takes place under trees, and so as characters are talking you can see the shadows of the tree over their faces, which is great attention to detail, the kind that makes the art feel more real in a sense. I kind of want to talk more about this chapter, but I'm not sure how to. This week's Spy Family and Ruri Dragon both kind of left me without much to know how to say. And with that on top of starting to find it difficult to be consistent with uploads after 8 weeks, I almost didn't make either of these reviews. But every step of making these videos is a test of my productivity. Part of my journey with this channel is to try and create that discipline. But that's probably enough about me. This chapter was great. Still seeking to continue reviewing this series regardless of how this video performs. Looking forward to the next chapter. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comments, and optionally the source of these song lyrics. I fell for you like a child, oh but the fire went wild.